Hello, YouTube. It's Silver Edge Dev. It is Friday. What a beautiful day in Northwest Ohio. Absolutely love the way today is working out. Last night I went for a nice run, about 16 miles. It cooled off beautifully. I stayed up extra late to get really tired. I started running probably around, I don't know, maybe midnight, and I ran till about 3 a.m. to somewhere in there, and made myself some chicken fried rice that I had sitting around, and ate that. Had some chocolate chips as a little chocolate snack, and then went to bed probably around 4 in the morning. And I got a call from my good friend Jason, who is I call him a picker. Jason called me this morning at 8 a.m., which I had woken up already, which is beautiful that he called me. Hang on, guys, I gotta turn my volume down, and I'm gonna jump in here so I can see the chat a little bit. Hey, we got a thumbs up already, and looks like we got some people in here. Bubs Comics, hello YouTube, he says. Nice to see you, Bubs. Hello, Dave. Good morning to you, says Slim Comics, great YouTuber. Funk Comics, superstar. How are you, sir? Nice to see you. Found all kinds of good stuff. Uh, it is nice to have a network. Sometimes you get calls. Now, this particular one, don't be terribly exciting or excited for what's in here, but I got some cool stuff. Couple things I'm not familiar with, so maybe a couple of you guys will know what these couple of items are. We'll see, but we've got Pope C in here, super duper YouTuber. Matt Woods is in here. Love seeing you, Matt. Lunchtime live stream. That makes the world go round, right? Anytime we have a problem with unproductivity, I'd like to take credit for it. When the whole GDP falls apart, people were busy watching Silver Age Dave. That's what I like to think anyway. I'm probably not impacting the whole economy. We've got JP Power. Nice to see you. Thank you so much, sir. Felix in here as usual. Pleasure seeing you. Mr. Silver, he says. Hey, my dad is Mr. Silver. No, he's not Mr. Silver. I'll take the Mr. Silver. Thank you. We've got Robert DeMarchi in here. Hello, everyone, he says. We've got exciting whole bunch of stuff to look at today. Matt, as always, thank you. Nice to see you. Hello, my friend. So I went for a long run last night. Uh, got to bed at 4 a.m. I was awake by 8. I'm trying to deprive myself of sleep the next month. Get used to the running when really tired, and that'll help me in my race. That's in August. We got an email yesterday. The race is happening, and so it's very exciting. And in my own mind, there's no problem that should happen that would prevent me from running and finishing. Let me turn my ringer off. So, hey, Matt went for his first run last night. Congrats, Matt. Hey, the Lao Sao Su. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Very famous quote: the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step." So, first run is a great run. Good for you, Matt. I should be able to run the race at this point. Everything looks great, and I'm very excited. So a month from today, I'll be traveling to Akron, Ohio, which I call that Biggie Shack land, and I'll be spending the night, hopefully getting a good night's sleep, and then Saturday morning at 4 a.m. we're doing wave starts. I'll start that race, and hopefully 24 to 28 hours later, I will cross the finish line. It's 102 and a half miles, the whole race. So hopefully under 24 hours. That's a long shot. It's tricky terrain. There's a little bit of road, but most of it's going to be trail running. And so feeling great. But I woke up this morning at 8 a.m., had my full 4 hours of sleep, feeling great. My friend Jason calls me. He found a big like community garage sale. Not many people were out there, and a guy happened to have a little box of comics, but he said he's got more boxes. And it took me a while to get there. Time I woke up and had my coffee, but I ended up buying this little stack. So why don't we get started? Oh, and then I got some eBay deliveries right here. We'll open those, and I want to talk about keeping it thorough. I watched Keeping It Thorough last night before my run, and the world's scariest theme park. Oh my goodness, dude, that is funny. And if Biggie Shack happens to watch this, I think I want to invest because I would take my family to Biggie Shack Land, and we would enjoy that. I don't know if I want to go on every ride in Biggie Shack Land, but I would probably go on some of those rides and have a blast. So let's look. This is all courtesy of a great heads up from my picker, good friend Jason. A couple low-lying fruit right off the top. We've got these little book and record sets. I've got Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? So someone had these. These are still wrapped. I got two of these, and I negotiated. Basically, I picked out a bunch of stuff, and the guy didn't want to negotiate. So then what I did is I put some of the stuff back that was really not very exciting, and I settled on this. So basically, for this little stack here, I ended up at $5. Okay, so I got multiples on this Raiders of the Lost Ark story, music, and photos from the original motion picture. And what I'm most excited about on this, hello, Comic Mag Musings is in here. Thank you so much. Comic Books NYC, love having you in here. Thank you, my friend. And hopefully I'm not missing anyone. I am going to try something here. I'm going to give Bubs the power because Metarog is not here yet. So I'm giving Bubs the power to be a blue wrench. Now, I do want to say to the community, don't ever give Silver Age Dave the power, because most of the time I'm listening to shows, I'm like running, I'm all sweaty, and I flip that phone. And I was watching a Bueller video not that long ago, maybe a month ago. I forget who the other person was. It was like Big Time Bueller was on there and Big Time someone else. And somehow Gem Mint Collectibles happened into the stream, and they gave me a blue wrench. I didn't ask for one. And then I moved my phone, and somehow my finger slipped. I might have been running in the rain, or I was just sweaty, but I put Gem Mint in timeout. If you can even imagine, I think I gave him a 2-minute timeout, and I don't even know what a 2-minute timeout is, but somehow I did that. So in the future, if I am in your chat, don't give me the power, because I will put someone in timeout who you would never. Gem Mint is the big time guy, and I am not. So there you go. That's my story on the time I put Gem Mint in timeout. And then Bueller laughed. They all said, "Oh, that guy deserved it," and they made light of it. But it was funny. You can't untime out someone too, is I think the deal. H-Town Comics is in here. Nice to see you, sir. And I saw someone else. Oh, Box Hype. Nice to see a Box Hype. So I got these Raiders of the Lost Ark albums. They are sealed still in the original packaging. Okay, and I happen to collect these boxes. Okay, this is called a super case, and these were put out I think in the 60s or 70s. When was it? Oh, it says, well, I don't know the date. I'm not going to say that because that could be the characters or something. But look at that. So I have a bunch of these cases, and you put the records in there and they fit perfect. So that in itself is a really, really exciting thing for Silver Age Dave. Happy to see that. I found a couple of these. This is comic interviews, and this is... hey, look at that. Vincent McLean, the Comic Machine. I love the name. Thank you. Yeah, hey, I like doing videos. I've been running so much and I've been gardening a lot, and I've got, 6 kids and a beautiful wife, Mrs. Silver Age Dave. Some of you might know her. And so sometimes I'm busy, but today, as you can tell, I am high energy. I'm ready to rock and roll the comic world. And this is comic interviews. Basically, what I did is I paid half price on all these. We totaled them up. It came to about $10, and I said, "How about $5?" And we agreed on it. So this says X Factor. You've read the hype. Now find out the facts. This is number 28. I haven't opened any of these yet. They do need rebagged and reboarded. But I thought, hey, for 25 cents, that's a nice thing to add to the comic interviews part of my collection. I found this oddity, Masterworks series, great comic book artist Bernie Wrightson. This is October 1983 issue. So that's something that would have been in the store when I was buying off the rack, and I would have passed on. So it's nice to add that in right here. The rarest books from 1938. Wow. Action Comics number 7. Holy moly. In great shape. So that's a Bernie Wrightson. And I don't know. Let's look real quick because I'm curious. I am curious what if this is a specific book he did or an overview. It must be I don't know. Maybe it's a reprinting. Yeah, these are in rough shape. So the 50 cents I paid is good enough, molded in evil. And so it looks like Bernie is doing some art on his own. Maybe he appears in here. Who knows? So I'll check that out. Bernie Wrightson. Okay. Then I bought this and thought it was cool. And literally, I was thinking of Bubs when I bought this. This is the Marvel Masterpieces number 2. It's a $2.95 cover, direct edition. It says, and it was just really neat art. So Bubs, or someone, if you know about that, tell me about it. That was 50 cents at the half price deal. I thought it was cool. We'll stick that there on the little wall. He had a copy of Thor 500, and anytime I can pick out those cool kind of big issues, the 100, 200, 300, 500 is a big deal. And I think to myself, hey, for 50 cents, it's in nice shape, looks great, unread. Corners are nice and tight. So there you go. This one, I have the complete set of these black covers. And this is Midnight Massacre Morbius. And if memory serves me, there were 5 different character groups, Ghost Rider, and they all had this black cover. And this one, again, looks unread, looks like it's got tight corners. It's really cool. And it's kind of an embossed cover. And so I thought, well, I know I have them all. I know I have Morbius, but what if I don't have Morbius? So I didn't want to leave it behind. You can kind of see the embossing on the cover, and the back looks a little rough, maybe. I don't know. So that's okay. For a few cents, I'm happy with it. No complaint here. And we'll put that in the stack. He had this is fairly new, and it's unread, looks crisp. Venom number 1 annual, which something in my mind said that one's worth something. I think when this came out, or maybe it was Thanos annual. Maybe or not. Was I thinking Thanos? I'm thinking about something that maybe I mixed this up with something else. But anyway, it's an annual number 1. Okay, and then these are 2 that I was. This one I was also thinking of Bubs, and this one I was thinking of Luther Manning. So let me catch up here. I see Ben Compton is in here. Nice to see you, Ben Compton. C3 Comics, Nike Air Comics 22. Sup, my friend? We have all kinds of people joining us, and I really appreciate that. Matt, just finished lunch. Need to go. Take care. Thank you so much, my friend. Glad you stopped in. So what do we have here? Oh, for what it's worth, Lee Kirby. Oh, okay, yeah. So, all right. So this is Toy Biz. Okay. Now it's the card, and I didn't buy Toy Biz stuff. I really, at this point, which I'm thinking is 90s, I wasn't really in the store. He had 4 of these things, and I ended up buying 2 of them. There was a Hulk one, and there was one more I was unfamiliar with, and I just went cheapo on it. So I picked this one up, but I thought of Bubs on this one too because I thought it was a cool Wolverine cover, and so I have that, and I don't know if there was a comic and a toy, and then he took the toy, and I have the comic. I think that's probably the case because of this on the back. So anyway, I guess I have the comic. Okay, and I think that's probably the case. I got the card in the comic, and someone else got the toys. And then there was this Deathlock, which is a Luther Manning. Patrick is a big Deathlock fan, and so I bought that one thinking, oh, that's kind of interesting. So we'll see. Who knows? Great cover, yes. Toy. Thank you, Bubs, for that. Sean Green, hey, how you doing, my man? So let's do an unboxing. Oh, but first, let's talk about keeping it thorough. He had he does a lot of videos, a lot of contributions to the comic community. I'm a big fan of that. People that build community, I love seeing that. And he had a guy on. I'm from little tiny Perrysburg, Ohio, and he had a guy on last night who his name's Jeremy, and he has been in this comic room. A couple years ago, before I took a break from YouTube, I found this guy, and he does custom cover art. So what he'll do is he'll recreate covers, and Thorough had him on last night, and I had this stuff away that I really haven't seen in a long time. I put it away, but I'm going to show the 3 of the pieces that I bought from him a long time ago. Let me grab these off the wall. This is a direct in a newsstand of our first Boba Fett, and this is the custom art that this guy Jeremy, right here from my little town of Perrysburg, Ohio, he does these things in his house, and they're very affordable. He's got a YouTube or a eBay store, but I bought him in person. He brought his portfolio, and I picked out some that I thought were really cool. And I'm so excited to see him highlighted in the comic community. And he sold a bunch of them. It turned into a little bit of an auction. So Jeremy, I think, made a few bucks last night, which was nice. When he came in, I also bought this Avengers number 11. I thought was a really cool cover. And with all the webbing in there, he said it takes him 6 hours to do one of these. And so I'm really happy to have that. I should probably display these again. They've been just boxed up in one of my cubbies for a long time. And then the last one I have is this Tales to Astonish number 93, which is another really, really cool cover. So I decided I wanted to do that, and it's nice original art. And it says Lacha after Severin. So Lacha is his name, and Jeremy, and just really happy to see that. And then I didn't watch the whole show because I ended up leaving on my run. But thanks, Thorough, for highlighting a local talent and helping him to, get his product out there. That is really, really nice stuff, being recognized by the community, for that hard work. So I'm just going to put these back here, and that'll be good. Okay, so then I've been busy on eBay. Let me check in here. I don't think I'm missing anything. So I've been busy on eBay, so let's just do a couple unboxings. I don't have these in any order. I'm just going to take them off the stack if you guys are okay with that. I think I know what these are, but they got here, and I thought, oh, I'm going to make a video anyway. Might as well open some stuff up. I've been really, really happy with um, shipping lately. I've had a lot of great sellers do a great job. When we buy treasures online, it's always the risk of, is this person, do they know how to ship comic books, or are they a maniac? You never know. So I've been really, really pleasantly surprised with what I've been receiving and how things have been shipped. So somehow, some way, that is very exciting. Oh, okay. So this is a cool one. Let me see the store, if they put a store name on here. This came from Dalton, Georgia. That might be Bub's country. I don't even know. I am a comic shop in Dalton, Georgia. I'm selling some of my personal inventory on eBay from the late 70s. Please let me know if there's any other issues you're looking for. And I'm going to shout this guy out because I like that. Sometimes people in a eBay, they don't advertise that they have an actual store. So that's his card, Factory. And I'm not familiar with Georgia, but maybe some of you guys are close by. Last week I picked up the first appearance of Miles Morales and first cameo of Mary Jane. Very nice. Congratulations, Nike Air. All right, so what did I get from Georgia? This is a really, really exciting issue for me. I had one of these and I gave it away as a gift to a local friend. But we've got Marvel Tales #1. Okay, not to be confused with Marvel Tales #1, which I have around here somewhere. This is Tales with an AIL, and so that's going to be the first appearance of Spider-Ham and Hulk Bunny, and we've got Goose Rider over here, and it's just a fun issue. Condition on it looks beautiful, and I don't know if I'll send that in to get it graded, but I was really, really excited to see a clean copy. Normally, because this is that fun, young-looking kind of cover, normally when you see these, they've got all kinds of spine ticks on them. And this is the US. I think there might be a Canadian variant that's 75 cents, but so happy with that. And it was shipped the right way, so it's protected. So thank you so much, Fantasy Factory. Awesome to see. I appreciate you doing that. And I will be back in Fantasy Factory store at some point to see what's in there. So there we go. And Silver Age Dave, just so you know, I am not sponsored. Okay, so when I show something or I shout someone out, I'm not getting paid anything. I'm going to put these in here. I'll put one in there so we can see the case a little bit. That is a cool case. And I do buy multiples. So just here behind the desk, I've got a whole bunch of those. And I'll tell you what I do, what I keep in these things. I know I'm jumping around. What I keep in these things is sometimes going to be stuff like this. These are from 1977. Those are part of the. I don't think these are Mead, which did Marvel, but I don't see Wade. Yeah, I can't. I don't. By A.J. Neiman and Son, Miami Springs, Florida, and so when I come across stuff. I like keeping them in these type of boxes because they're fairly protected. So it's all this weird trinkety stuff like pens or that all that kind of weird stuff goes in these boxes. Anyway, back to the unboxing. That's what we're here about. I like it. I sold my copy a couple years back right before price jumped, of course. There you go. Well, it was a fair price. I think that was a buy it now. It showed up and I thought, man, that's kind of low if it's in that nice condition. So, okay, so let's move on. And here we go. Hey, Bubs has been successful with Daredevil, #1. And that's one of my regret stories. I sold my Daredevil #1. I had a tuition payment due for one of my kids. I don't know which one. And my wife said, why don't you just, I'm not blaming her. My wife said, why don't you just sell a comic book? And I didn't feel like selling any comic books, but I happened to come in here and I had a Daredevil 1 was sitting right here. It was a graded 4.0, real nice copy. I think I shared that I've got a lot of books that are undergraded. Like it says 4, but I think they should be 6s. Well, anyway, I sold that Daredevil 1 4.0 CGC for $400 shipped. And that was before the show, but not that long before the show. And so that's one of those regret books that I'll never own again because, frankly, unless one just shows up. Sometimes that happens. I'm not writing that off. So here we have, this is in like a semi-hard cardboardy mailer. And this comes from Phoenix, Arizona. And then this is another one. So they had 2 of them. So hopefully we're pretty well protected. Let me see if I could get this one opened without cutting it. Looks like it, yeah, it's got like a sticky paste on it. All the way from Arizona. And, oh, look at that. So now we have some hard poster board, or I don't know, display board. It's so light, it almost feels like there's nothing in it. But I'm feeling confident that there's something in there. Hopefully, if anyone new shows up, if I missed you, I'm just doing a blanket hello to everyone in the chat. Got 22 people is what my thing says right now. And I almost don't want to show this because it's something I hunt secretly for. This is the perfect way to ship this thing. I almost don't want to show it, but I opened it, so I'm going to show it. But I have another one back here that I'm going to show. And then you guys that watch this got to promise me you're just going to let this one belong to Gwen. Let me grab my good copy back here, and I'll show you what this is. All right. Double secret. Okay. So let's see. Hey, Logan, nice to see you, buddy. Yeah, I go for long runs. That's what I like doing. So this is, to most people, this is an Alice Cooper collectible. Okay, Alice Cooper comic book series came out, and it made the front page of Comic Shop News. Okay, so this is a perfect copy of Comic Shop News number 1411 with Alice Cooper. And because of Alice Cooper on there, these things can sometimes fetch a little more money. I mean, generally you could buy a Comic Shop News for like $2, $3, and unless it's real nice. Like there's a Star Wars one that goes for a little more. But as a general rule, these are the freebies. Most people collect them till they have a stack, and then they throw them out. Okay. Oh, hey, yeah, Living Room Con. Get on that treadmill, my man. So the reason I'm buying these is there's something inside of it that's pretty neat. And I'm going to show you what's inside of it. Okay, this is my other copy of it. Here is what is on the inside. And this isn't the whole thing because I can only make a copy that fits in here, and I'm not going to open these up. It's the preview of Edge of Spider-Verse 1 to 5. And so what it does, it gives a picture of the covers and it gives the synopsis. So this is the synopsis here of Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. And I think that's cool. It's a cool collectible. I own a whole lot of Edge of Spider-Verse number 2 stuff because I have a daughter, Gwen. And so I should put it out there. If anyone has a copy of 1411 that you're not, stuck with, you have one sitting around, I would love to buy that from you. The reason I buy these, again, I have a daughter, Gwen, so I've gone a little bit off the rails on Edge of Spider-Verse 2 and really anything with Gwen in the title. I'll probably do a Gwen variant video at some point. but that's what's on the interior of this particular collectible. So I'm very excited about it. So thank you so much. That came from Arizona. It was shipped and packaged perfectly. Very, very nice to see. I'm gonna put that here in front of the box because that's how I'm gonna roll today. I'm like a gangster. Hey Samuel, thank you so much. Scott, aka Falcon Hood 424. You caught me. I'm red-handed. I got my hands in the cookie jar, unboxing some eBay stuff right now. And I could also show a few other things, but I don't think I'm going to make a long video today. I did an hour and 20 minutes the other day, and that was almost too long. Where are we at now? 30 minutes. Almost 400 views. Hey, you know what? I also want to say something else. As long as we're in here, and reed-handed, I like it. That's funny, Scott. So I happen to go on, this is the YouTube thing today, my dashboard, and I don't know if we'll be able to see this. Look at that number right there. Subscribers, 2,701, which I can't even believe. So thank you so much to so many people that not everyone watches. You know, it's when you get a lot of subscribers, the community kind of ebbs and flows, and people will get on and they run hot and heavy watching videos and making videos, but then they go away. You know, real life happens. But 2,700 people felt like hitting the subscribe button at some point. I'm amazed. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, it looks like 442 views on the last video, which is incredible. Maybe they only watch for 5 minutes, but that's pretty good. So anyway, we've got another box here to do. Hello, Comic Jason, my friend. Hello, Cal Jason there. That is who, yeah, I showed off. I bought this stack right here, which don't tell Brad that I bought these because he'll say, oh, you paid that guy $5. You probably only offer me $3. But I got this little stack here. I told the guy I didn't want to leave empty-handed. So, see, we're talking in real time on YouTube. That's a great thing. I need 2,100 to catch up. You're almost there, Scott. So, I'll listen while I'm playing some Minecraft. Yep, video gaming and listening to YouTube. That's what the world's made of. BTC Moon Guy. Great collection. Thank you. It's been a lifetime worth. And we got Samuel in here. How you doing today? Today's the best day yet. I'm 52 years old. Turned 52 on April 19th. And every single day is better than the day before. So that's living the dream right now. I'm in the comic room. I've got all you friends in here with me. And that is a pretty good day. Now, my day is going uphill a little bit because what's happening is at 3 o'clock, Mrs. Silverage, Dave, and I are going out and we're going to buy some new furniture, which now when it comes to comic books, I understand them. I don't mind spending money on comic books because I know the arena. I understand it. And I know if I'm going to pay something for a comic book today, it's going to go up in value. Okay, I know that to be a fact. And when I talk about comics, I only am making money if I'm buying comics. When I sell comics, I've always lost money. I've always given money away when I've sold comics. There's opportunity, you know, the time value of comics. I'm going to patent that term because they do go up. They have gone up. If you're smart about it, I've made mistakes, but for the most part, when I buy comics, I'm not afraid because I know the value's there. Now, this is almost embarrassing. I have 6 kids. Our couches in our TV room, we bought from Montgomery Wards. Okay? Now, little note, asterisk, note. Montgomery Wards went out of business a long time ago. So Mrs. Silverage Dave has been after new furniture for a long time, but we have 6 kids, and every time I see one of the kids trampolining across the couches that, you know, have held up really well. They're not falling apart. They're still good couches. But whenever I see one trampoline across there, I've always said, I'm not spending money on new couches because, you know, they're just going to get destroyed. Well, now the kids are a little older. They're not trampolining across the couches. So today at 3 o'clock, we found some, some furniture we like. So today at 3 o'clock, I'm going to go with Mrs. Silverage Dave, and we're going to pay for the furniture, which we'll hopefully get in a couple of months. Very exciting day for Mrs. Silverage Dave, especially, who puts up with a lot. But we're gonna spend some what I would normally refer to as comic book money on some furniture. So you might see a couple of these books go for sale soon. We'll see what ends up happening. Don't feel bad. My wife and I still have our first dining room set. It's over 20 years old. Well, our couches are over 20 years old, Sean, but that's living frugal. If you were at the home of Silver Age Dave, you'd walk around and you'd say, "Hey, very very modest. We're not big spenders. We're not very fancy. Comic books again, I don't mind spending on because there's an emotion and a passion, but I don't need to show off for anyone when it comes, to stuff like that. But today we're gonna go and we're gonna have an exciting day and buy some couches. So my day is getting better. That is the long answer to how my day is going. Okay. And we've got Slim in here, 52, still young and strong, running over 100 miles. You betcha. Simon R. Nice to see you, Simon R. So we've got this is our third unboxing. Oh, this is so exciting. Guys, very exciting. This package that just showed up here. This is so very exciting. So very exciting. So I'm gonna tell this story as long. Oh, a garage with beer is well appointed. Yeah, I don't skip on my garage. Jason has been in my garage. It is basically it's like a pool house. I've got a kegerator that I don't use too much anymore. We've got oak cabinets in there, and it is very nice. We really use it. And I've got disco lights and a fog machine. So the kids, just the other night, we had a little disco party. And so the garage is pretty nice. But I did it all myself to save money. So I found, hopefully I'm not missing anyone. I really hope. Let me look here and make sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay, so I found a comic book, an individual comic book that was on eBay, and it was a guy that was just selling. He presented it as, these are my personal books. They haven't been, I bought these new. They haven't been out of the bags. And let me pull this out of here. And so I bought one, and then I got to know the guy a little. Like, he negotiated on it. And I got to know the guy through that one thing, and we commented back and forth. And then I thought, I'm going in the store. And hey, Scott, I want to tell a story about that too. My guest room, I have bedroom furniture from when I was 5. Yeah, hey, it's good. And you know what? That stuff will last longer than if you went out today and bought furniture with all the fast growth wood and a lot of the press board stuff they're using. So I am a fan of the older stuff, and that's part of why we haven't replaced these couches in forever. Is we've shopped for couches, but ours are built better just based on how old they were. And they were from Montgomery Ward's. They weren't from a fancy store, but they were built really really well, and they've held up real well. So anyway, so I went back into this guy's store, and I found a whole bunch of things that I was buying in the 80s, and I said, I'm gonna buy some more, and we're just hopefully everything's in really nice shape. This is the first package on it, and I'll show you what started it. Was this book. This is What If number 34, and it's really rare. Sometimes they call this the Heavyset Galactus. cover. So let me open this up because I'm going to show you guys why I like this one. Personally, you know, I'm in Toledo, Ohio, as I'm destroying the bag. That's okay. I got to rebag it anyway, probably. So why I like this? Oh, he's got it double bagged. Holy moly! And this has an old. Um, this. So happy to receive this, guys. Um, Back in the 80s, when I would buy Mylars, this is what I got. Okay, so I'm going to pull this comic book out and I'm going to show you. And I absolutely believe this guy that this comic book was never out of the bag. This is what the old Mylars were like. They were so light. This thing, I don't even know what the millage would be, but it's like a poly bag. But that was the early generation of Mylars. That I don't even know. Booked in was this real thin, but it made the comics look better, just like Mylar does today. Not quite as good, but anyway, back to the story. So this is What If number 34, and this appears to be gem mint. Perfect. I'll try to focus in on the corners here. Okay. And I don't know if it's focusing in right. I'm going to try here to touch the screen. These are perfect. I could not be happier right now. So why this one's important to me, I live in Toledo, Ohio, and I'm going to see if I could find this. Metarod could probably go straight to it. Bear with me, guys. This is unscripted stuff. If I can find it. I'm not going to wait too long. If I can't find it, I'll show it later. I thought it was in the back here. Oh, that's interesting. It has advertisements for What If books. Like here. Okay, for the What If series. But this one, they didn't print. They came out blank. One's white, one's black. So there's no covers in there that are highlighted. Oh, darn it. Well, you get to see what's inside of this one anyway. Anyway, there's an ad in here that says Holy Toledo on it. And I've probably skipped. Oh, here it is. What if all the superheroes who now live in New York City moved to Toledo, Ohio? So it doesn't say Holy Toledo, but it talks about Toledo, Ohio, and I love that. So I have a perfect copy. I'm going to say this is a 9698. It is clean as a whistle, and I could not be happier. And this is really going to be a fun unboxing now, because if the rest of the books are in the same shape that this is, then I hit it really, really good. And I am going to be back in the store in a few minutes, hopefully buying some other stuff. All right, so let's see what Silver got from, I don't even know where this came from. Yeah, his address is not on here, and that's okay. I don't want to, shout someone out who doesn't necessarily want shouted out. So the next one we have, and a lot of these are going to be number ones, or they're things that, again, as a kid, I was buying these. This is Return of the Jedi number 1, and this is the same way. It's bagged and boarded in a poly, but it's still in its original Mylar, which is beautiful. Let's see here. Oh, when I bought my first Miles, it was still in the poly bag. Beautiful. And you know what? I leave things in the poly bag, and I don't know if you're supposed to, but that is very cool. So, Return of the Jedi number 1, I have to believe that's worth something, and it is gem mint. I mean, literally, this could be a 9.8. I'm just looking at it, and I've got perfect corners on here. It's always been in a Mylar, and that is just gorgeous. I might end up sending these in. Who knows? Um, we've got a Battlestar Galactica, same way. It's in a Mylar inside a poly. Okay, Battlestar Galactica #1, perfect corners, looks great. And the colors on that What If, you saw them. Those are white pages. Here we have a Dazzler #1, unread, perfect corners, looks great. Guys, I'm telling you, I've got the chills right now because you don't find stuff like this. It normally, you know how it is on eBay, it says, oh, this is perfect. And then you get it and it's got all kinds of spine ticks, or the back has, some kind of mess on it. That is a beautiful Dazzler. And with luck, this might be the error print. I don't know. I'm not going to take it out of there right now. It's a little bit maybe of a miswrap. We've got the comic code falling off the edge here, but this side is, really not a whole lot, but I love it. So that one looks really, really terrific. We've got a Madame Xanadu issue #1. This one, I'd say still near mint, not a perfect, but really happy with it for that little bit of money. Have a great day, Dave. He says, thank you, Slim. Appreciate it. We've got, oh, this is a cool one. Love seeing this issue. And this one looks like a 9/8. What if Elektra had lived? I probably got 10 of these. I liked the cover. I bought the Elektra Saga when it came out in multiples. So this one, really, really happy to have just a minty mint copy of it for very inexpensive. Splash Page Comics. Nice to see you, Mr. White Gloves. How are you today? And let's see. So we have a Falcon #1. This again, it's bagged in a poly in a board, but it's still in its original Mylar. Corners look beautiful on it. I would say that's an easy 9/8 or higher. This is really just an unbelievable little group of comics. I could not be happier. We've got a Vision and Scarlet Witch #1. That looks beautiful. And I know what I'm going to do when I'm done. I'm going to go to his store and I'm going to buy more stuff because it's the real deal. Nothing red. Spines are perfect on these. This is a polybag and board. The comics in its original Mylar. He said I've never taken them out of the bags. And this guy meant it. So beautiful, beautiful to see that. Simon R. Oh, he's saying bye to Slim. Be safe out there. Yeah, be safe out there. And then this is Magic #1. And this one looks unread. Mylar inside a poly in a board. So that is really, really nice. I don't know if I can zoom in. Just ecstatic. It is my pleasure to have these in the collection because you just don't come across sellers all the time that are really presenting them in the true reality of what they are. And these are beautiful. Why not catch a silver live stream? There it is, Bigglesworth. Thank you so much. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here. I showed those, and I showed the other day. I found, I'm going to grab something off the wall, guys. I grabbed, hold on. I showed this the other day. This is a mint copy that I came across. Again, a seller did right. They presented it as perfect, and I had to pay up for it. But that is a perfect copy of it. And I blame Lawrence, the king of comicdom, when he did his treasury show with Bubs and Metarog and Bubs, who was the fourth guy on that show? Gosh, it's escaping my mind right now. Well, anyway, they did a beautiful treasury shows, and Lawrence, sure enough, he showed this the variant copy of the Ali Superman. So I just recently sold my copy. It was a little beat of Superman versus Muhammad Ali. And so I parlayed that money. I bought a perfect copy of it. And then the other day I happened to see this go on eBay and I bought it. So that's a new edition also. And I just ordered Treasury boards today. I have bags, which I'm going to put this in a bag, but I ran out of boards. So I got to put this in a bag just to protect it. And you know what? This one has spine tick. So those of you that aren't familiar with it, it is a beautiful Neil Adams. Here's the interior. I didn't want to open the other one because it is perfect unopened. Getting hungry, gotta run. So there goes Bubs. He's on his way to go do other things. He's probably going to the LCS. I have caused problems. He's going to go buy furniture. He's going to go to a garage sale and buy stuff. And then he's going to put out a live stream tomorrow. And it's basically, you've seen it today. Okay, he's just going to copycat me tomorrow and say, oh, this is an original live stream I'm doing where I went to a garage sale and then I bought furniture for Mrs. Bubs. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, that's not even that. That's funny. I bought some covers for 11 by 17 art. I just had one sitting there. So I got a bag and board that. One last cool thing. I was at a LCS maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I bought some new books that I thought looked pretty cool. That's this stack, and I talked about them, but I never showed them. And I got like this, and he had this Gwenpool Zero. He had a stack of those sitting. He gave me the Firepower, which I haven't read yet. Free comic book day. Oh, I got 2 copies of this Catwoman 100-pager, and these are the covers I liked. I think that's a great cover. And then there's another cover. And he had a whole stack of them. Got a couple copies of this Negan Lives, which I felt like they were working too hard. Okay, I love all the early Negan storyline. I felt like this one, Kirkman was just working too hard. That was my opinion on it. Let me put these back here. Got this Cosmic Ghost Rider #1 and Ghost Rider #1 and this Spider Woman #1 variant edition. He had this Gwen Stacy, which I didn't know if I had or not, and that Gwen Stacy #2. So that's 1 and 2. And he had this Ghost Spider Annual #1. And of course, I have a daughter named Gwen. So, I added those in. And then, he had this Old Guard Force Multiplied. Now, I showed my Old Guard box, but I thought it was cool. So, now they're doing a series. I got to check it out on Netflix. And so I'll be excited to read that. But this was a cool thing. Chris Rupp hooked me up just for a few bucks. I was excited. This is 6 from Series 2, the original poster, Epic Comics poster, which I thought was really, really neat. And as some of you know, I collect posters, the old ones. And so I was happy to add that. And in fact, let me show one. I forget who I was watching. Hey, Kingdom Comics. Nice to see you, Kingdom Comics. So, you're never late to the party. Tito's a great guy. He's got the world's record for the longest room remodel, and I love it. Every now and then he'll put out like a 45-second video, and it's nice to see the room remodel. You're probably close, though. If you haven't finished it, you're probably close. So I bought this. I went to Hobby Lobby, and I bought this portfolio to keep some of these posters straight. But this one I'm going to show off. This was in apparently top 20 selling comic books. It's getting real hot. Is this Alpha Flight #1? Well, this is the original poster from Alpha Flight #1 from 1983. And I will be pressing posters when I get my shop built. Perfect. Hey, J-Boxer, how are you, buddy? So not only do I have 1 copy, but I got 3 copies of the original Alpha Flight poster. And the Alpha Flights, I probably got 20 of them, the #1s, but you're not going to find many of the original posters out there. And so I was happy to see that Alpha Flight number 1 is selling well. And I'm going to add this Cirrus 6 from Cirrus um, into the portfolio. And that just helps keep everything nice and neat and clean. And then I could be a happy Silver Age Dave if I know I'm protecting everything. So the 6th return, explore the strangest world, a dimension beyond our understanding. Okay, so we have that. That is it, guys. I've showed a bunch of stuff. My COPA warning of the day is coming late, but it'll be this one. Notice you must be as tall as a sign to attack the city. No kiddos allowed, okay? So if you're a kiddo, come back later. And once you're 18, then you can watch the comic book channel. So COPA warning, everybody. And that's that. So I really appreciate everyone who's been here. Oh, you're in England. Comic Room. Oh, my goodness. The stream is ending. I don't know what I can show right now. That, oh, you know what I'll show? And I've shown these before. But since I've got someone from across the pond, I think I was watching Daz. Okay, speaking of the I think he's in the UK. But I think I was watching Daz, and he showed that Alpha Flight number 1 on the top 20 thing. So thank you, Daz, for alerting me to that. I'm going to show this, which came from Silver Acre. I've got 2 of these. I'd like to have another copy if I can find one. But these are both Gem Mint 10.0s. This is, let's see, it looks like Chester, England, UK. Okay, that's where this book came from. And it's a long story I've written on how it got to be in the Silver Age Dave room. But this is the Elseworlds 80-page giant number 1. This was recalled because of the Super Baby story. They call it Microwave Baby. And so this one, Comic Room, is just for you. And I happen to have 2 just absolutely perfect copies of it. I saw someone, now I don't do Instagram, but I happened to go on Instagram the other day and someone said, hey, I got 2 copies of the recalled, but it was the DC Presents. You have to be very, very careful. The Elseworlds recalled issue that got pulped in the United States, this is exactly it. Okay, it just says DC on it, and they got pulped. So they think there's only 700 of these that exist, and you know, if there's only 700, it's an estimate. They really don't know. These go for more if they are raw copies. If you grade a copy of this, it's going to go for less because everyone who gets one of these, what they want to do is open it up and see the story. And hey, Jim Bowers, thank you so much. Nice to see you. So this is a really, really cool thing to have. Only people in the UK got these because the pulping order went out, but those comics ship earlier. So those comics were already on the boat. They were already on the, you know, in the packaging. And by the time the stores got them, the order was out to pulp them, but a few of them slipped out. Okay, some of them got pulped, but some of them got out. These are 2 beauties that got out. And I don't know what these would be valued at. If someone offered me $600, I would say no. Someday, I think they'll go up in value. It's a great story. There are reprints of this. It was an Eisner Award winner, and that's good stuff. So Comic Room, that was just for you. I appreciate you stopping in, and you caught the tail end of this thing. There's always time to rewind a Silver Age Day video. I'm here for everyone, and I love how people have embraced the channel, and whether you can like or not, I appreciate you. Whether you can subscribe or not, I appreciate you. 50% of people who watch my videos are unsubscribed. So if you feel inclined, subscribe. But if not, that's okay. Just keep watching. Hopefully there's something in here for everyone. Very exciting. Guys, today's going to be an awesome day. Mrs. Silver Age, Dave, and I are going to buy some furniture. Tonight, I'm going to go for another run, maybe a 10-miler. And then tomorrow is a day of rest. I might drink a beer. Jason, maybe you come over. I want to put some beer in you, my friend. Jason's been giving me tips on garage sales. Very exciting whenever you have someone out there in the field kind of spotting for you. That's a beautiful thing. In fact, you know what he's like? Hello College Jason is kind of like my good dog that I shoot the bird and then he finds it, but he's really shooting the bird and I'm finding it. So maybe I'm his good dog. I'll be your good dog, Jason. Okay? Mike R, thank you so much. Enjoy the furniture shopping. You bet. Can't say no to that. There you go. Well, we'll be having a beer soon, College Jason. And Jeremy, if you happen to watch, I doubt you will. Great job on your artwork. I'm happy Thorough shouted you out. That is terrific. Well deserved. Guys, you are capable of more than you can ever imagine. Like we talked about earlier in the stream, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. Okay, so if you think, oh, I can't run a 5K, that's how I felt. I felt there's no way I could ever run a 5K, and then I just started running, and now I'm up to 100. This race is going to be 102 miles. I have a vision of running 150 or 200-mile races. Those exist, but you can do it. Whatever you think you can't do, just get rid of that apostrophe T. And I believe in you. You can do it. Smile a lot. This is a great, great time to be alive. Make the most of it. Every day is awesome, and I'm thinking of you. Silver Age Dave is out.